Leith Lives are a series of podcasts of memories and stories from people who lived, worked or went to school in Leith. In this episode we listen to Stan Eadie's tales of childhood, school and wartime. Stan is a regular volunteer at our wee Museum of Memory at Ocean Terminal and a great storyteller. Apart from a short while in London, Stan has always lived in Pitt Street in Leith. Growing up here, he was surrounded by his family. His granny, a midwife, and uncle lived close by. We hear about his beloved leather Spitfire pilot helmet, bartering bits of banana for boules, sleeping at his school desk because of a nightly air raid, and being pulled up for playing football in the street. We hope you enjoy.
Right, I started school 13 days before my 5th birthday. Trinity Academy Primary School, which was not to be confused with the Trinity Academy in Craighall Road. Primary school was in Bangham, which is off Craighall Road, and it was actually the playing field and 2 buildings. When I started, the war was just an adventure because nothing happened at the beginning. Later on, when things started to liven up, that we realised the seriousness of it, and my cousin's boyfriend was a Spitfire pilot, and he came home on leave and he was telling us all about it and I said, could I get a helmet? And he said, the next time I come back on leave I'll bring you one. I got this helmet and I wouldn't part with it. I wore it day in, day out, all the time. They couldn't get it off me. And one time I actually got caught by my dad trying to have a bath with the helmet on, and I got shouted at, you can't have a bath with a helmet on. And then I had an uncle who was there because we had rationing then, and I had an uncle who didn't smoke, but the services used to get issued with cigarettes, and he got his cigarettes and bantered with the, what do you call them, dockers at Bristol Docks because he was a dispatch rider, and he swapped it for either tins of jam, and one time he got actually fruit, and he came home with bananas, and I took bananas to school. My schoolmates had never ever seen a banana before, and it was a matter of get a bit, get a bit, get a bit, and then somebody said, I'll give you 2 boules for it, and then another one said, I'll give you 3, and I ended up tearing up this banana for boules, and I ended up with a load of boules. And that was me with my banana. The only thing we could do is go to the cinema because you didn't have telly and that. What we used to do is, you used to always have movie-tone news. So Winston Churchill come up, everybody went, hooray, cheered. But sometimes you got mixed up, and they would suddenly show Adolf Hitler, and some of them would shout hooray, other would shout boo, and the next thing you heard, fight! And that was because the ones that shouted boo were getting smacked. Air days now, at school, this happened all the time. You had to take your gas mask with you to school every day. If you ever forgot your gas mask, you got one of the strap or belt, whatever you wanted to call it. But you were always told, bring your gas mask. And you used to have gas drills. You just sat in the class and then suddenly the school bell would go. And they'd say, right children, put your gas masks on. 5 minutes then. Right, take them off. And that was it. It was okay. And then your milk at around about 10, 15, something like that. And after you got your milk, it was, right children, heads down and get yourself a wee sleep. And that was because during the night the air raid siren had went and we'd been stuck in the shelter all night, and the all clear might have went about 6 o'clock in the morning, so that you were only getting about a couple of hours sleep and then you were going to school. So that was the reason that you were allowed to sleep in the class. People got back green shelters built for them during the war, but they were smelly and they always leaked with water, and I was advised by my uncle who was in the police not to use the shelter in the back green, but the family was to go up to my grandmother's shelter, which was in the stair, at the foot of the stair underneath the building, which was safer, and that's where we used to go. And I had a habit when the police was busy, everybody getting cups of tea and that, I would sneak up the stairs, stand outside the stair and watch the searchlights fly in the sky at the King's Park. And I used to always get caught because I had a tin helmet. I thought it was going to protect me, supposed to. And I got caught at the top of the stairs, get back down the shelter, got back down the shelter. And we were in the shelter when the actual parachute mine hit Lapicide. Everybody just got a shaking. Nobody fell, But I always remember getting shook up on the bench, because we were sitting on a bench, shaken up with it. And it turned out that one chap had got killed in that. According to what the uncle said we'd been in the police, it was his own fault. He hadn't gone to the shelter when the signees had gone to tell you to go to shelters, because it was a good 2 hours after we were told to go to shelter. And the only damage in my grandmother's tenement was a skylight got a crack in it. And my own house was actually nearer it. We never got any problems with that. A few broken dishes, yes, but no structural damage. Yeah, well, we start off with, as a schoolboy. I was born on the 16th of January 1936, so I started school at 5. So that was 1940 when I started the school. And in our day, you didn't have jotters. We used the slates with a slate pencil, so we had that. And I spent all my primary at Trinity Academy, and the primary school was in Bangham. And then after your qualifying, you went to what we called the big school in Craighall Road, which was the main school. It was free paying, and I nearly got myself expelled one time because you used to get the belt if you did things wrong. And what I did, if you forgot your gas mask during the war, you got one of the belt. If you forgot to do your homework or didn't do it properly, you got one of the belt. If you're mischievous, you got 6 of the belt. I ended up with 6 of the belt, and the reason I did that is Trinity Academy was getting the roof sorted, and the trapdoor to the roof was open, and the workmen are up and top, and on top of the roof is a statue. And being bucket morning, me walking to school, I saw a brolly. So I took it to school with me, got up on the roof and stuck it in the statue's arms. And I got 6 of the belt, rather than my parents get sent for and getting expelled. So I was in the boys' brigade. Well, I started off actually in the Leith boys, and then when I was old enough I joined the boys' brigade. We had quite a good time then, but during the war it was a lot stricter than that than they are nowadays. If we were playing in the street, the biggest offence we could ever commit is playing football. If they caught you, and I was always caught by the same policeman, and you always got a smack on the back of the head. It wasn't really sore, it was just a clap. Go to the park, play. They didn't bother us if we went up the road with an air pistol, or you had a sheath knife. Gosh. That was okay. It was only the football that they complained of. And it was always the same chap that caught me. And because I got the old footballs used to be blowing up with a bicycle pump. And I got my uncle to blow it up for me, and he was a sergeant in the police at the time. Oh. And he blew it up, and I was only out the door about 4 minutes, and I was back again. And then the first thing he said to me, "Did you get caught in the street?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "And was it the same policeman?" I says, "Yes, it was." He said, "Well, he's got a lot more to do than shake bairns on the street." And I said, next time we were down there was a different police officer. And the one that had bothered us was at the foot of Leith Walk directing traffic. You could play in any street, bar in the street I lived in. I said, because round the corner was a street called Trafalgar Lane. And my best pal, he played football there, and he ended up playing for Hearts. Alan Anderson was his name. Police didn't bother about their street, they only bothered about the big street in New Haven Road. It was just, the most of the traffic you had in there, you had very little cars. It was the coalman, Scott Lyons, the horse delivering the bakery goods.
What age were you when you left school, Stan?
15. Well, after that I decided I wanted to be an electrician. And I went to Bruce Peebles, it was called, eventually changed the name to Parson. But when I was there, it was Bruce Peebles. And that was the strangest interview I ever had, because the personnel officer asked my name, my age, and the first thing he says to me, "You're not a Roman Catholic, are you?" And I thought, well, this is weird. I said, "No, I'm in the boys' brigade and that." Yeah, that's okay. But I ended up in what they call the tank shop, dipping copper into this liquid stuff. I can't remember what it was called. And it was boring, so it wasn't the kind of thing I wanted.
If you've enjoyed this podcast, we have others. Just pop along to our website, www.livingmemory.org.uk, and follow the link on our homepage. You can also learn more about our work or trawl through our photo archive. We have over 3,500 photos for you to look at. Check us out on Facebook under Living Memory Association, or for podcasts, Thelma FM. We also have a Twitter account. Thank you very much for listening and enjoy our other content.